This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, has attended a summit between GCC leaders in Morocco with the attendance of King Mohammed VI of Morocco and the GCC leaders and President Barack Obama of the United States on Thursday. On Wednesday, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, was received at King Salman Air Force upon his arrival by the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia. He was also received by the Saudi Crown Prince and Deputy Premier and Interior Minister Mohammed bin Nayef bin Abdulaziz, the Deputy Crown Prince, Second Deputy Premier and Minister of Defence Prince Mohammed bin Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud, and Prince Faisal bin Bandar bin Abdulaziz, the Governor of Riyadh region, along with a number of senior officials. The summit, which began today, saw the participation of the UAE delegation to the GCC-US summit between Their Highnesses, the GCC leaders, and US President Barack Obama. The summit is aimed at forging joint action on security threats in the region, with President Obama hoping to allay Gulf countries' fears over Iranian influence and discuss enhancing regional efforts to confront the threat posed by extremists. And His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, also met with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Nayef bin Abdulaziz, the Deputy Premier and Minister of Interior, as well as the Saudi Deputy Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, the Second Deputy Premier and Minister of Defence, where they reviewed the close relationship between UAE and Saudi Arabia, as well as ways to enhance both countries' mutual aspirations. The Federal National Council has endorsed a draft federal law to set up conciliation and reconciliation centres for civil and commercial disputes. The discussion came during the FNC's first ordinary session of the 16th Legislative Chapter and was headed by Dr. Amal Abdullah Al-Kubaisi, the Speaker of the FNC. Also in attendance was Sultan bin Zayed Al-Mansouri, the UAE Minister of Economy, Sultan bin Zayed Al-Badi Al-Dahiri, the Minister of Justice, Najla bint Muhammad Al-Awar, the Minister of Community Development, and Noura bint Muhammad Al-Ka'bi, the Minister of State for Federal National Council Affairs. The FNC stressed the importance of the bill in the promotion of investment and business environment in the country through reaching more straightforward, amicable settlements without high costs. They added this comes in particular regard to small and medium-sized enterprises, which play an important role in the revitalization of the national economy. The new UAE Fire and Safety Code is expected to be released soon, which will include strict regulations and standards for construction consultants for new buildings. According to the Director General of Dubai Civil Defence, who was quoted in local reports, the new code is expected to be released in the next few weeks and holds construction companies accountable if fire safety rules are not followed, and this may result in criminal liabilities. As per the statistics, it was added that there are more than 1,000 buildings that have facade cladding, and there have been a total of 5 fires in such buildings, 3 of which were in Dubai. Furthermore, the Director General further stressed that less than 1% of fire incidents in Dubai were serious, while 90% were minor and the rest labelled as moderate. The new regulations will be supervised by the civil defence authorities as well as the municipalities. 19.25 million passengers used Sharjah Roads and Transport Authority buses and taxis from the 1st of January to the 31st of March this year. The figures show an 11% rise in the use of public transport in Q1 compared to the same period last year. Abdulaziz Al-Jarwan, the Director of SRTA for Transport Affairs, made the announcement, also revealing that the RTA Sharjah bus and taxi fleets transported up to 213,000 passengers on a daily basis in the first quarter of the year. He added that the 4 franchise companies operating in the Emirates, Sharjah, Union, City and Emirates Cab have managed 857,000 trips in the first quarter of the year, and up to 16.12 million depended on taxi services over the first 3 months. Most of the taxi services were recorded in January, during which 2.7 million trips were made, or around 87,503 on a daily basis. Meanwhile, Sharjah public buses recorded 1.58 million passengers in Q1, with the most recorded in March with 563,283 passengers, up 9%. From May the 1st this year, roads with the most number of accidents recorded in Ajman will see a reduction in speed limit in order to help save lives and reduce accident rates. The decision was made at a meeting of the Traffic Safety Committee, which was chaired by Brigadier Sheikh Sultan bin Abdullah al-Nuaimi, the Commander-in-Chief of Ajman Police. It was agreed that Sheikh Omar bin Hamad al-Nuaimi Strait and Sheikh Rashid bin Said Road will have their speed limits reduced from 80 km an hour to 70 km an hour, with speed radars catching motorists who exceed 90 km an hour. While Sheikh Hamad bin Rashid al-Nuaimi Street, Sheikh Rashid bin Hamad al-Nuaimi Street and Kuwait Street will have speed limits reduced from 60 km an hour to 50 km an hour, with speed radars catching motorists who exceed 70 km an hour. The speed limit on Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Road will also be reduced to 80 km an hour from 100 km an hour, where radars will catch motorists exceeding the speed of 100 km an hour. Additional speed bumps and street cones will be placed on Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road, specifically at exits leading out from the Adnoc and Enoch petrol stations. More than 200 students from Delhi Private School in Sharjah participated in Earth Day celebrations today, where youngsters cooked noodles in a solar oven using the power of the sun. The solar project, under the slogan "Sun Powering the Youth," involved using a solar oven which acts as an insulator to reduce heat loss while also playing the role of an absorber to concentrate sunlight. School authorities also advised students to ensure that the oven was perfectly positioned to concentrate the sun's rays on a smaller area. Other equipment used in the project included a transparent oven bag to allow the light to pass through and restrict the heat to move out, thereby producing a greenhouse effect. Apart from the solar project, many other activities were organized by students to celebrate Earth Day this year, which included an eco-friendly fashion show, ramp walk. Students were allowed to use recyclable materials such as glasses, wooden beads and even newspapers for their clothing to send out a positive message of conserving energy and to avoid adding excessive amounts of waste to the planet. Some students stated that as the natural resources on our planet are limited, it is important to conserve, recycle and reuse these materials whenever possible.
I strongly believe that student community is a very, very big force. And if we want to protect the environment, this source should be tapped. For example, DPA Sharjah has a force of 6,000 students. And if this group of 6,000 students decide to take up the initiative, you can imagine the impact it's going to have on the society. It's high time that we walk the talk of protecting the environment. Whatever the child says or learns is very easily taken up by the parents also. So when children go back home and share this with their parents, the impact would be amplified and snowball into something really, really big. That's what my whole purpose is, that not 6,000 but maybe 20,000 people will be adopting this initiative.
This initiative is about empowering the youth with the sun energy, solar energy. So see, anything hands-on experience is always better than textual. So they have been studying, but they never got to know what exactly solar energy is, solar cooking. So that was the fun behind it. And there are about 280 students participating today. Actually, we wanted to create a Guinness Book of World Record. We want to break the record of India, that is 3,693. So we alone have the capacity of students who can do it, but we just wanted to see how it goes about in the first round.
A simple thing like cooking noodles can be done by yourself using sun, so you don't have to waste so much energy. You can always use the natural resources. Especially in our school, this is something that we encourage a lot. Now we're having a new AC made about dry ice, we have solar panels. So this is one particular topic which we want students to know more about. And cooking noodles is something we do every day, those 2-minute Maggi noodles. So that was our basic plan for this, and I hope they all enjoyed it. UAE is a country where solar energy can be used very well, and I think this is an advantage to us. And if this is done very effectively, our Export 2021 goal can be reached very fast. It's something which would make us a more sustainable country.
And finally, Dubai's fashionistas and stylists now have access to a new range of collections as the popular O Concept store in Jumeirah has added Saudi singer Waed's fashion line as well as Raseel Jewellery. It was a night of glitz and glamour as the store unveiled the new collections, which is expected to be popular among GCC consumers. The launch of Waed Line at the store marks the brand's first foray into the UAE market as the fashion label of the 39-year-old Saudi singer builds on the success of its well-established boutique in Jeddah. Among the new collections at the store include Raseel Jewellery, which brings a colourful mix of precious stones and semi-precious stones. Additionally, the traditional pieces combine 18-carat white gold set with the finest diamonds, whilst the modern classical pieces combine 18-carat white gold with intricately adorned diamonds. Maison Margiela will launch the Line 12 fine jewellery collection with exclusive designs from the Heritage line, which features precious solitaire rings and necklaces in 18-carat white gold set with half-moon diamonds. According to the founder of O Concept Store, the new collections bring an air of subtle sophistication to the store's quirky and unique brands.
What differs me from the other stores, I always look for a new product that no one saw before. I travel the world, try to find products or things that's going to surprise people here in the Emirates. And yeah, I'm very happy. The new brands I got is from a very famous singer. She just started here. She chose our concept store to be the launch of her new line. Her name is Waed. She's a very famous singer from Saudi Arabia. And she's very talented, she's beautiful, her pieces are very unique, just like her, very daring, very up to date with the with the fashion world, and I'm very proud to have her here in my store.
In Dubai, there's a lot of young girls and that are looking for these small pieces that are affordable, trendy, can be worn daily, and jewelry that can change outfit, not just classic pieces that go for weddings and like formal dinners. So I think it's good, and there's a lot of people that are working, girls that are working, and I think that my pieces would fit for daily meetings. They would make them look more presentable and trendy.